Tonight's game is brought to you by Michael Fondren with Citron Injury Attorneys.
Mississippi, Alabama, Andy wins. Andy wins. On two. Hut.
Touchdown! Yes!
Yeah. I may be a little bit slow on the gridiron these days, but I got you back in the courtroom. Go Panthers. All right.
It's Friday night. That means more Gula football here on Gulf Coast Project Media. I'm Harold Tillman, joined by Carlos Moles. We bring tonight's game from atop of War Memorial Stadium, where the Pascagoula Panthers are preparing to battle the Picayune Maroon Tide. Carlos, Picayune's coming in. They're 3-2, but I'm going to tell you what, you take those two losses, they were against top-notch opponents, and one of them was going back and looking at it later. It should have been a win for them. But Pascagoula comes in 4-1. They're going to have their hands full tonight.
They are, Harold. Good evening, fans out there in Gula land. This is going to be a great battle, a physical game tonight, Harold. We're going to see what we're made of. We're getting into region play right now. So we're going to see if all the work has paid off as we play the defending 5A state champions tonight here at War Memorial Stadium.
Well, in a season, there's always 3 seasons. You've got non-region, region, and then playoffs. And so it doesn't matter what the non-region schedule is. We could be 0-5, 0-4. It wouldn't matter. We're 0-0 right now. So what you do from this point forward is what counts.
Yes, this is what's going to happen tonight. It's going to determine where we rank in the region and where, if we make it to the playoffs, starting tonight. The playoff run starts tonight.
Well, Picayune come in. They started the season as the top dog in the region. So, you got to go through Picayune. You to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right now, Picayune holds that title.
Right, and just to remind the fans, as I said earlier, Picayune is the defending 5A state champions. This year, they were moved up to 6A. So we're anxious to see what they're about. Knowing Picayune, Harold, the way that we know them throughout the years, they're going to be ready to play.
Well, getting ready to start this one up.
Pascagoula's Tank Bishop set to kick off.
Deep for Picayune is Daryl Smith, number 4.
Pascagoula, the ball was on the ground, and sometimes that works against you because your coverage breaks down. Not the case this time, but looks like they're going to start about the 41-yard line. Carlos, a lot of talk earlier in the day about possibly their number 1 running back not playing tonight, but I got news for you. That number 2 could be a number 1 anywhere.
Yeah, think about Picayune. They have a tradition for outstanding running backs. As the young man they had last year, he's playing at Oregon this year, and their running back has already committed to Stanford. So they don't reload. They just do next man up at the running back position for Picayune.
Absolutely. Just a quick toss. Looks like he's going to be wrapped up, maybe even a loss of yardage. That looks like they picked up about a yard, but
that was good defense by that Pascagoula defensive line. Number 2, great play, came up being very physical, and that's what they're going to take all night tonight.
Robertson just with a quick toss. Actually, let's correct that. Yeah, well, Robertson to Robertson. Number 2, Colt Robertson, and number 7, the quarterback, Brady Robinson. Another handoff to number 4. Bounces it outside, still on his feet, but going to be stopped probably about the 45-yard line, depending on the Wow, I did not think that he got that far, but they're going to give him almost a 49. It's going to bring up second and about 3. It did not rain all day until about 5 minutes before the game started. Then it starts coming down.
Quick pitch.
He's
Darrell
still on his
Smith.
feet.
That's going to be a first down for Picayune.
As you said, it'll move the chains for Picayune.
One thing tonight about those ends and that defensive line, they're going to be tested tonight by Picayune. We've got to be disciplined. We can't let them get outside. And as you're seeing, all they're doing is a toss pitch. That's
Watch the offensive line for Picayune. I had said in the interview with the Panther preview with Coach Sims that it's an honor to play that offensive line for Picayune. They are big and they are physical.
And they are disciplined.
Absolutely.
One thing the fans will notice, Picayune doesn't do anything special. And they hadn't done anything special for 40 years. When Harold and I both played, it's the same type of offense. Student body right, student body left. But they are disciplined, and they do it well.
Yeah, absolutely, they do it well. So ball's going to be placed on the 35-yard line. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 7. Another toss. Going to try to get that edge, and he'll pick up, well, close to the first down. Yeah, he's going to pick up that first down. Your ball carrier was number 5, Ratcliffe. That'll move the chains again for Picayune. And the thing is, Carlos, as soon as you got your DBs coming up trying to make a tackle, boom, they're going to sneak that tight end, or they're going to sneak somebody out of that box, and boom, they're going to throw it.
Yeah, what they'll do, they'll drag that tight end across the middle and set him down right in the middle of the field, and he's right there.
Handoff up the middle to Ratcliffe again. He'll pick up a few.
Ratcliffe with a 4-yard gain on the play.
Both teams coming off of a bye, so plenty of time to rest and to prepare for tonight's game. Ratcliffe again with the ball. Flag comes out.
I think we got an illegal block downfield.
It might have been an illegal block, might have been holding.
On the 8-yard line, there is a flag on the play.
That should come back. I think it's going to be on number 17 for Picayune. Diodi. I think that's how you pronounce that.
I think that's right, Harold.
Holding called against Picayune.
Excuse me.
Picayune's broke the huddle and coming up to the ball.
Whistles blow. Flags come out. I'm not.
Offside. Calling
Going to
against
be
the Panthers.
offsides Pascagoula. Boy, the rain's coming down now, Carlos.
Yeah, buddy, this is good stuff right here. Nothing like being out in the elements.
It works against us, I think. I really think it's going to work against us tonight.
With that ground attack Picayune has, you might be right here.
Hand off up the middle. Did he bounce out?
Yeah, we've got to wrap up, Harold. We've got to do better tackling than that. They stuffed him at the line of scrimmage and then let him bounce it outside for a pickup of about 3-4 yards.
First and goal, Picayune.
Again, handoff up the middle. Big number 44, that fullback. The ball carrier was going to be Conte.
That was a great tackle by Jalen Purnell. Good to see him back in the lineup tonight, holding down that middle linebacker spot.
Having a little equipment problem there.
Second down and goal.
Official timeout.
We'll take that timeout also, be right back right after this.
Busby for Transportation Commissioner. A good game plan requires the right play caller. Vote Busby, November 7th for Mississippi's Southern District Transportation Commissioner. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
This is not the time for that.
No. You just give the thumb. And we're back. Parnell runs off the field. I'm sure it was an equipment problem. He gives the thumbs up to his mother sitting down there, so I think everything's okay there. Picayune looking at second and goal. Ball on the 6-yard line.
It's time for that Panther defense to tighten up and play stout across that line.
Again,
There we
handoff
go.
up the middle. Going to be stuffed.
Great play by that Panther defensive line. You can hear some pads hitting on that play, Harold.
Coming off the field. What's that number? That number, big number 92 for Pascagoula.
Third down.
It's going to be
That's
Farron
Farron
Taylor
Taylor
on the stop. Big third down play. Toss to number 4.
Great
He's
play.
going to be wrapped up about
Great
the
play.
5-yard line. Nice play for that Pascagoula defense.
Yes, that was Tylen Wilson. Great play. Great play by number 3, Tylen Wilson.
No gain on the play. Tackle made by Tylen Wilson. That's
Harold, no sweeps. We got to keep outside containment, and that corner's got to come down and crash down once he recognizes run.
Right.
Now, what we got to be careful of is they don't do a sweep and do a halfback pass on us if we can come up too soon.
Yeah. And we talked about that earlier in the broadcast. Ball on the 7, but 6.5-yard line, we'll call it.
Fourth down.
Did we jump?
They called a timeout on Picayune.
timeout taken by Picayune.
All right, so they'll take that timeout. We'll take it here.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Lot Law. Visit mattlotlaw.com.
We're back, Carlos. Tell you want to call out some of our sponsors?
We'd like to thank our sponsors, as we do each and every week, for what they do for the team and for the community. New Wave, Internal Medicine, Fletcher Construction, Lot Law, Bozos 2, and Bozos 2.5, Foster's Heating and Air, Kirk Carbon Construction, Aruka House Thrift Store, Michael Fondren with Central Injury Attorneys, and Pascagoula Athletic Foundation. Charles Busby for Transportation Commission. Thank you so much for your support and what you do for these young men.
All right, it's 4th and goal. Ball on about the 6-yard line.
Harold, this is a what I call a tone sitter right here for this game. This play right here can set the tone for the remainder of the game.
Well, we'll put the umbrella up and draw off our paperwork as they start to get ready. Hopefully the rain is out of here. I'm not sure what's going on, but a little confusion down there on the field. Watch number big 44, that fullback. He rolled out looking for the pass. He's going to overthrow it. So Pascagoula will take over on downs. Huge fourth down play for Pascagoula.
Great defensive stand by that Gula defense. Great defensive stand.
Okay, let me ask you. We're coming out. We have got to look, these defensive ends, let's call it like we've seen it all week because we've been watching film. They come in hard.
Yeah, they come to play. Number 11, he's a 5-star recruit. He's already committed to University of Florida. Those defensive ends crash down, and they have what we call a motor.
Well, and they play every play. Quarter's going to have to get rid of the ball fast. If they plan to pass, got to get rid of the ball fast.
And that left tackle and right tackle, they got to get ready to play. I hope they ate the Wheaties this week.
Yeah, and the spinach this morning before the game. So got Amari Jackson in the backfield with Quarter with the handoff straight up the middle. And he's going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They're going to say 1 yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. Quarter in the backfield by himself. 3 receivers to the bottom, to the top. Quarter, the ball comes out. The ball's wet. Looks like Picayune might have come up with it.
Yeah, Picayune ball, Harold.
Wow.
Harold, I was just thinking about that ball being wet and being slippery this evening with this rain that just fell.
Well, we had said it earlier. With the rain and trying to throw the ball, and you put yourself in Quarter's shoes, he's got to get rid of the ball. He's got to get rid of it quick. So he's already amped up. So that'll put the defense back on the field for Pascagoula. Ball on about the 4-yard line. So the best thing that Quarter can do right now is go to the sideline, shake it off, and prepare for the next series.
And get ready to get the ball back. You're exactly right.
Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be hit by a swarm of Panthers.
Great play getting to the ball by that Pascagoula defensive front.
Quick shout out to Bill Robertson. He's home watching. And I'm tell you what, that's Wyatt Henderson's grandfather, and he tunes in each and every week. So we want to thank him for that.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to wrap him up he might have picked up a yard.
That Pascagoula defensive front is playing well down in their own end zone there.
4 minutes, 14 seconds left in this first quarter. It's all knotted up 0-0. It's 3rd and goal to go with the ball on the 2. Quarterback sneak, and it looks like he's going to be touchdown Picayune. Nothing fancy. They haven't done really anything fancy all this first quarter, and just drove the ball. Straightforward.
I still think you got to give credit to that Pascagoula defense.
Oh, absolutely.
They were just on the field. They came back out and held them. They made it 3 downs.
The extra point is up and good. So Picayune draws first blood. It's 7-0, 3 minutes, 57 seconds left in this first quarter. We'll take a quick break. Be right back.
Busby for Transportation Commissioner. A good game plan requires the right play caller. Vote Busby, November 7th for Mississippi's Southern District Transportation Commissioner.
Fletcher Construction Company has established itself as one of the leading commercial and industrial contractors on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The superior quality of their construction has met and exceeded customers' expectations for decades. Having successfully completed projects ranging in size from thousands to millions of dollars, Fletcher has the experience to complete any size project on schedule and within budget. Fletcher Construction Company, 3311 Shortcut Road in Pascagoula, a proud sponsor of Panther football on WGUD.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Still on his feet to about the 22-yard line. Decent return. Going to be Jackson on the return.
All right, let's see if that Panther offense can shake off that last series, and let's see if we can put some points on the board and put a drive together.
This defensive front for Picayune is fearless. I mean, they're thick, they're quick to the ball, and running the ball up the middle is going to be hard, but trying to get it around them ends with those speedy ends is going to be hard too.
This defense is what I call relentless.
Right.
How they play.
Quarter in the backfield by himself, looking downfield. Quick pass to Campbell. Campbell trying to get to that sidelines. He's going to be brought down about the 19-yard line.
That Picayune defense was swarming to the ball, and I counted 8 jerseys around that football.
And 11, the defensive end, was in on the tackle.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 13. Quarter looking downfield again. Going to be picked off. Intended receiver was number 13, Darius Carter.
And the other end, number 29 for Picayune on the other side, put pressure on Quarter and caused him to get rid of that ball a little bit quicker than I think he wanted to.
Okay, 2 series is 2 turnovers. That's something that we definitely got to settle down. We got to play ball. You can't let them go up. Really, you don't need to let them go up 2 scores for sure.
Right, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the clock. They've had the ball pretty much almost the whole first quarter.
Right.
We don't have the ball. It's hard to score.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Let me pick up the first down. I think that was number 8 for Picayune. And I do not have a name on my roster. You might have one.
Yep, that was Project
Decor on the carry.
For Picayune.
From the 15-yard line.
So that'll move the chains. Be 1st and 10. Ball on the 15. Handoff up the middle.
One thing that I'm noticing about Picayune as well, Harold, their wide receivers can block.
And they do, downfield. They block.
blocking.
They stay with their guy, and they're constantly blocking. Watch this, too. On some of the sweeps, a lot of times that quarterback, once he hands the ball off, he turns into a blocker,
He turns into a blocker.
Be brought out of bounds about the 2-yard line, but that will move the chains again. It'll be 1st and goal with the ball on the 2.
That was Darrell Smith on that carry, number 4 for Picayune.
Number 67 checking in for Pascagoula, Lamont Harris, the center of that line. Quarterback going to be tackled. I think that's going to be Taylor. Is that Taylor? Or is that
No, that was 35.
35? That's going to be Jalen Parnell. Is it just me, or are you having trouble picking up the
It's the glare on the numbers from the lights.
But, you know, here's the sad thing. If you happen to go home later and you watch this, you can see the numbers just perfectly. But being here, you have a hard time finding them.
Great defense by that Pascagoula front line and those linebackers.
Here the rain comes again, folks.
That brings up 3rd down and goal. Panther fans, get loud for this. Thunder, Thornton, 3rd down.
Let's make them earn it, guys.
Quarterback sneak up the middle, and I don't think did not get in. So that's going to bring up a 4th and short. Ball still on about the 1-yard line.
Brings up 4th and goal.
You know, looking at the radar before this game, it wasn't, by this time, it stuff was supposed to be out of here. So, Carlos, what's your thoughts? If you're Picayune's head coach, well, let's do this. First quarter comes to an end. Picayune leading 7-0, but knocking on our door. We'll be back right after this.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by New Wave Internal Medicine. The Pascagoula Panther live stream is proudly brought to you by Bozo's Grocery, Bozo's 2, and Bozo's 2.5. Come on down to Bozo's today.
Yeah, we're commercial break right this second. We're back. Okay, we are back. Yeah, as you said, we knew this was going to be a challenge, and the thing is that Picayune is. Look
they're
at
Picayune.
Yeah, I mean, what do you say?
Right, they're Picayune.
They come in, and not only do we have to meet them tonight in the playoffs, if we advance in the playoffs, you're going to eventually see Picayune. So,
well, I think this is a good test for our young men tonight.
Right. Maybe the ball being wet will affect them also.
First down on about the 1-yard line.
No, it's 4th down.
The 4th down on the 1-yard line.
Hand off number 4. He's going to walk into the end zone untouched.
That was too easy.
He's untouched. Let me touchdown Picayune.
Darrell Smith on the touchdown.
You got to credit that Picayune offensive line.
Harold, we both could have went through there at the same time, and the fans who know me know I'm a pretty wide guy, so we could have both walked in untouched.
The extra point's up. And good. Picayune extends their lead, 14-0. 11 minutes, 55 seconds left in this half of football. We'll be right back after this.
New York Pizza on Market Street in Pascagoula is a proud sponsor of the Panther live stream. They offer some delicious New York-style pizza, salad, wings, pasta dishes, and much, much more. Stop by or order online. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 9 p.m. New York Pizza is authentic, tasty pizza right here in Pascagoula.
Come see us at Aruka House Thrift Store, where all of our proceeds go back into our ministry to support our men, women, and children. We accept donations Monday through Saturday from 9 until 6. We thank you and God bless.
Deep back for Pascagoula, number 10, Jackson. Webb, number 2. Rain's coming down now. Ball on the ground. Tell you what, he hit that lane. If just one guy, he would have picked up a few more yards. Shoestring tackle.
It was. Okay, now the Pascagoula offense, we've got to settle down. Quarter's got to settle down and play one play at a time. One play at a time. Harold, how do you eat the elephant?
Hey, one piece at a time.
One piece at a time. So we got to settle down and go out there and play our game.
Amari Jackson in the backfield with Quarter. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be hit about the line of scrimmage. Tell you what, that was
yeah.
That could have been a flag there.
Yes. Stop on the whistle. Harold, we getting hazardous pay tonight?
I don't know, man.
All right, we got trips right.
He's in that backfield by himself. Intended receiver, number 7. It's going to be Jared, was that 7? No, I'm sorry. That's going to be number 4. Fryfocal was the intended receiver. Be 3rd down and 11. Tell you what, the DBs for Picayune are really staying with the receivers.
Yeah, they got that safety coming over the top.
Ball on the ground again. Porter falls on it on about the 2-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th and a long way to go. So the punting unit out on the field for Pascagoula.
Harold, we got to be careful right now putting this ball in our own end zone. We've got to secure that football, and I got a feeling they may be coming.
I would be coming. I would. I'd pin them back and go.
Because you're going to get good field position either way. You're going to be on this side of the 50, on the Pascagoula side of the 50. And here they come, and they got it.
And it's blocked. Ball goes into the out of bounds.
Safety.
Yep, safety.
Yeah, we called it, Harold.
So, Picayune puts 2 more on the board. Score now 16-0.
That is 16 unanswered points by the Maroon Tide.
Quick break, be right back.
Mississippi, Alabama, Andy wins. Andy wins on 2. Hut.
Touchdown! Yes!
Yeah. I may be a little bit slow on the gridiron these days, but I got you back in the courtroom. Go Panthers. All right.
And we're back. The rain is not slacking up. Again, I didn't expect it to rain like this tonight.
Yeah, it's an old Brooke Benton song called A Rainy Night in Georgia. It's a rainy night in Pascagoula tonight.
Absolutely rainy night in Pascagoula.
Kicking from the 20 because it was a safety.
Right. So, and the thing is Picayune going to get the ball right back.
Right back with great field position.
Ball on the ground. Pascagoula with an opportunity.
I think Picayune got it here.
Wow. Well, it's good to see that they're having trouble with it also. All right, we've got 10 minutes, 1 second left in this half of football. At this point, Picayune leading 16-0, and they've got the ball on about the 49-yard line. That's the Pascagoula 49.
Picayune breaks the huddle, comes to the ball. Harold, if I was a gambler, man, I think they're going to run the ball, Harold.
I would say so. I think that would be a safe bet. Handoff up the middle. He'll pick up a few. Good job by the Pascagoula defense. I mean, an opportunity just to give a quick shout out to the Pascagoula Elks Lodge 1120. They're watching tonight as they do every Friday night. Bunch of great guys and gals there, always doing things that are positive in the community.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out tonight too, Harold, to Tavares and Marcus Moles, both my brothers. I know they're watching tonight. Thank you for your support. Two great Panthers.
Handoff up the middle again. He'll pick up a few more yards, bring up third and probably about 5, maybe 4 yards, maybe 5. You know, I personally don't mind getting wet, but the equipment I don't want to see get wet.
No, we can't let the equipment get wet. Need a big play here, big stop.
Trying to get around that end. He runs into a bunch of Panthers there. I'm not sure if he can. No, he's going to be stopped short. I think he's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, I think he's about a yard short, maybe.
Depending on where they spot the ball. I'm going to say 4th and 1. And you know they're going to go for it,
Oh, no
too,
doubt about it. That's a fact.
Their job tonight is to make a statement. Going to be a timeout. Picayune will take it also. Be right back.
Busby for Transportation Commissioner. A good game plan requires the right play caller. Vote Busby, November 7th for Mississippi's Southern District Transportation Commissioner. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
And we're back. You know, with all this rain and the equipment out here, we're doing the best we can to keep it dry so we don't lose you. And if we lose the equipment, you know, the broadcast will go off the air. But hopefully that won't be the case. You know, Jimmy Burnett was sitting down below us, and he said, I think I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch it.
Watch you guys.
And I was thinking to myself, it's going to stop raining, but he made the right move.
He did. Right call. Right call at the right time. All right, 4th and 1. Picayune lining up to the ball.
What do you think? Quarterback sneak?
No, give it to number 4.
And he's got a lot of room.
And to the house.
He broke that line of scrimmage, and there was no one there to even touch him.
On situations like that, and the way they run the ball, you got everybody up close on that defense. You got 9 in the box.
Right.
And so all they got to do is break one tackle, and it's to the house, and that's what you just saw on that play right there. And you're right. Tonight, Picayune is making the statement that this is their region.
2012 season, Pascagoula played Picayune in the big televised game. I think it was the C-Spire televised
game, yes.
And absolutely blew Pascagoula out at home, and Pascagoula ends up beating them in the playoffs. And you know, as if you're a Panther fan, you know, you're kind of wanting a repeat of if we do drop this one tonight, and we still there's a lot of game to be played, but come back in the playoffs and see them again.
There's a story behind that 2012 game, Harold. That was Coach Sims asked me to come speak to the team. They got beat so bad, I have not spoke to the team since. That's a true story.
Is that true?
That's a true story.
Well, I was wondering what happened because we did not look like ourselves that night.
You know, that 2012 Panther team had a lot of legacies on it from that 87 state championship team.
Oh, yeah.
But, yes, Coach Sims has not invited me back again to speak to the team.
Well, hey, you got to go with what works, and if it didn't work, you got to move on.
Got to move on.
You know, the positive thing is there has been no lightning tonight.
And that's why they're letting them play. As long as it keeps raining, we're good to go. Come on, get upfield.
Webb with an opportunity. Still on his feet. Oh, now that should have drawn a flag, and it does.
Yeah.
He hit him way out of bounds.
Yeah, he was in the white part of the sideline when he got hit.
So that Pascagoula ought to pick up about 15 more.
While we're waiting for the that to be sorted out here, we want to just thank our sponsors again. New Wave Internal Medicine, Fletcher Construction, Lot Law, Bozo's 2, Bozo's 2.5, Foster Heating and Air, Kirk Harbin Construction, Aruka House Thrift Store, Michael Fondren and Centron Injury Attorneys, the Pascagoula Athletic Foundation, Charles Busby for Transportation Commission. Thank you for your support and your sponsorships.
You know, one of the things that surprised me is the Picayune faithful did not like that call, and that was as obvious it could have been that he hit him way out of bounds.
Yeah, he was on the white part of the sideline when he out of bounds when he hit him.
Fryfocal in motion, ball on the ground, hands it off to Amari Jackson, and he's absolutely going to be. It's going to be a loss of yardage there.
We are having a hard time tonight with that football. I think on every series we've had so far, we've dropped the ball, fumbled the ball. We're having problems with that ball tonight. But I'm like you here. I don't think they expected to play in the elements like this tonight.
No. Well, I didn't expect it either. You know, we didn't bring the tent because we didn't think it was the rain was going to be like this. False start against the Panthers. That'll back them up 5, and we'll do it again. You know, we are under a umbrella, and my feet are so wet that I can feel. I'll have to put my shoes out tonight and let them dry because they're full of water right now.
Well, half of me is under an umbrella.
Well, hey, I'll lean it more your way, brother.
No, you.
Quarter keeps it. Going to bring the ball to about the 45-yard line, maybe a little short, depending on where they spot it. Bring up 3rd and about 20.
These are truly the Panther faithful sitting out here tonight. Third down and about 15, Harold.
Porter looking downfield, lets it rip. Intended receiver number 19, almost intercepted. You know, and what got me there is the number 19 for Pascagoula, and I'll call that name out here in just a second. Who do you have for number 19? My paper is falling apart. That's going to be Landon Pickett.
Yes.
The ball's up. He's run past, but he didn't come back for the ball.
At that point, when you see that ball,
you become a defender.
You become a defender.
Point.
And he's got to keep that. Thank God it was raining, and it slipped out of the hands of the Picayune defender, because that was an easy interception.
Tank Bishop punting for Pascagoula.
Low snap, he gets it off. Good bounce.
Good bounce for Pascagoula. Let it rip. Let it. There you go. About the 9-yard line. So good punt. Nice punt. Good roll for Pascagoula. Put the ball at the 9. We'll keep it here. So, okay, you're down 23.
Down 23.
Pascagoula's defense has got to play tough now. There's just no. There's no way out of it. I mean, you got to make some. You got to have a stop.
Yeah, we've got them pinned deep in their own territory. The defense has to show up right now. They're supposed to be the strength of this Pascagoula team. Well, they need to show that right now.
You know, losing Anthony Rush early in the season. Actually, we lost him in the Ocean Springs Jamboree. You know, it's hurt the defense, but we've got good players have come in and filled the gap. A host of Panthers on the tackle.
They've had
Loper.
They've had some bright moments tonight.
Oh yeah.
I think the offense have put them in a lurch a little bit by keeping them on the field, but they've had some bright moments tonight. I think our defense can match up with this Picayune offense, but the offense has got to help them out.
Right. Be nice to put a score on the board for Pascagoula before halftime.
Yes, it would.
Being that we would get we did win the toss, so we deferred, so we get the ball back first in the right after halftime. Handoff again up the middle. Nice play by the Pascagoula defense again.
What's it going to be, Harold? Third down?
Yes. Big number 98 on the stop for Pascagoula. That's going to be Rivera. I believe it was 98.
I think third down and 5. Be nice to get a turnover right here, Harold.
Trying to get around that edge. He's going to cut it back up, and he's still on his feet, and he's got a long way to run. Got just a foot race. Not going to be able to bring him down. It's going to be touchdown Picayune. Looking for flags on the field, and there's none.
Nothing you can say about that, Harold.
Nope.
If we don't learn anything else tonight, we'll learn where we're at and what we need to improve on.
You're right.
This will be a measuring stick game for us.
You're right. Extra points up. And good. So Picayune extends their.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Lot Law. Visit mattlotlaw.com.
And we're back. Now, this is the time that you think Well, it'd be nice to be radio. But here we are. We're the tough.
Busby for Transportation Commissioner. A good game plan requires the right play caller. Vote Busby, November 7th for Mississippi's Southern District Transportation Commissioner.
Fletcher Construction Company has established itself as one of the leading commercial and industrial contractors.
And we don't get hazard pay, I just found out.
No hazard pay. Webb on the return. Oh, and he's hit hard. About the 23-yard line. I'm trying to keep you covered up.
Oh, you're good, my friend. You're good. Well, I think this game we're going to see what we're made of.
Well,
see what type of fight we got.
You're right. You're right.
24-yard line, first down, Pascagoula.
Coaches are still coaching on that Pascagoula sideline.
Well, this isn't the game that we had hoped for, but it's the hand that's dealt, and you have to make the best of it. Of course, you don't want first game of region. You don't want to come out of it with injuries. And I'll tell you, every other team in the region is going to have to play Picayune.
There you go.
Quarter keeps it. And he's going to be hit.
Hey,
that should have been a flag. That was
headshot.
Absolutely headshot. Wow.
He ought to be ejected.
I would have said the same thing, but not sure that'll be the case. But he should have been. Well, I'm going to hold back on that. But fans at home saw it. You make your own opinion on that.
Quarter had already given up on the play. He was sliding.
He was sliding in, feet first.
No need to come in.
And you can hear the Picayune faithful didn't like that one either, but I'm sorry. In my opinion, the player is lucky that he's still in the game.
Now, does he have to come out of play because his helmet came off?
I'm not sure. Doesn't look like it. Quarter's tough.
He is.
I have to tell you, he's tough.
And he loves the game, Harold.
He's a smart student of the game.
You got to catch that.
Intended receiver, Cameron DeFlanders, doesn't come up with it. But you're right. Got to catch that.
Got to help your quarterback out, your offense out on that play.
Going to bring up 2nd and 10. We're sitting here with an umbrella, basically just protecting our headsets. Everything else is in trash bags. Handoff.
Man.
Ball, DeFlanders was hit. Ball pops out, but goes out of bounds about the 38-yard line.
Harold, I'm sitting here thinking the last time I've been in elements like this, and the last time I've been in something like this was up in Clinton, Mississippi.
I remember the game.
In 1987.
In 1987.
It was raining like this, but it was about 20 degrees.
Yeah. It was, sitting in the stands was cold too.
Yeah.
Which you graduated the year after me, so. That was the year that, we had the big balloon at that time.
That was the balloon, yes.
And you stopped at the balloon stopped at they had to stop, I guess, gas up coming back. And somebody stabbed a hole in the balloon,
yes.
And they had to fix it for the next game.
That was those Clinton faithful up in Clinton, Mississippi. We appreciated that.
Back then it was like oh, it really make you mad. But now, looking back at it, I guess it still kind of makes you mad.
Still kind of makes you mad. Fourth down for Pascagoula, about 3 yards to go. They jumped, got him.
Picayune had to have jumped.
Got him.
Going to say offsides, Picayune.
And that's going to be, looks like a Pascagoula first down.
Going to be a first down. Picayune was on go. They were on go. Amari Jackson.
And that's going to be a Pascagoula first down, sponsored by Michael Frondon with Central Attorneys. Hadn't got a chance to say that much tonight.
Well, hey. Amari Jackson reports in the game. Tank Bishop goes to the sidelines. Ball rolls out, hands off to Amari. Amari trying to get around the end. Is that Campbell? That might be Campbell.
Yeah. Positive yards on that play. Good play by Pascagoula.
Campbell was your ball carrier. Ball looked like it rolled, basically rolled out. Center had some trouble with it, not able to get it up. Quarter, just anything positive at that point, you know?
We'll take it.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6. Again, this time it's a reverse, but it doesn't. If Trifocal couldn't hold on to the ball, that's going to be Picayune ball. 2 minutes, 58 seconds left in this half. It's 30-0. We'll be right back.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by New Wave Internal Medicine. The Pascagoula Panther live stream is proudly brought to you by Bozo's Grocery, Bozo's 2, and Bozo's 2.5. Come on down to Bozo's today.
We must be able to come. And we're back.
Here, I think after this game, we're going to need some chicken noodle soup and a cheese sandwich.
I think so. I think so. Hats off to this defense. They've stayed on the field all night. Wilson.
Back shoulder.
Yep. Actually, that was Webb was the defender. I think he thought he was going to break down the field, and yet he held off. Turned to, as you said, his back shoulder.
That ball hung up there for a long time.
For a while, yeah.
Watch the quick pitch. Watch the quick pitch.
Handoff up the middle.
Harold, this rain is not letting up. It's here to stay.
No.
I know we probably got some cruisers on the coast a little upset about this weather tonight.
Yeah. And you talking to all the makeshift meteorologists, all the ones in the know, said it wasn't going to rain tonight except for just a little while, and it should have been over by 6. Ball looked like the 27-yard line. Going to bring him 3rd and 3. Just a little high. Intended receiver, number 3. I can't even see my Picayune roster anymore. So that'll bring up 4th and 3.
Jacob McWilliams for Picayune on that incomplete pass.
Did Pascagoula jump? They're going to say offsides Pascagoula, so that'll move the chains for Picayune. Fresh set of downs. Minute 1 second left in this half. Pascagoula jumps again.
I tell you what, Harold, being an old offensive lineman, it's good to see those offensive linemen for Picayune. Watch how they communicate. They're talking to each other. They're pointing. They're saying, I got this guy, you got this guy. It's good to see that at this level. Great play by that Pascagoula front. Harold, I want to give a shout out to Stacy Enlow. I'm sitting here looking at her in the rain. She is faithful as can be.
She is sitting there with her umbrella by herself. I think there's probably 15 or 20 rows that are wide open, and she's the lone survivor. Going to be drug out about the two-yard line. $18 seconds left in this half. Picayune, I think they have one timeout left. Give me timeout, Pascagoula. We'll take it. Be right back.
New York Pizza on Market Street in Pascagoula is a proud sponsor of the Panther live stream. They offer some delicious New York-style pizza, salad, wings, pasta dishes, and much, much more. Stop by or order online. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 9 p.m. New York Pizza is authentic, tasty pizza right here in Pascagoula.
Come see us at Aruka House Thrift Store, where all of our proceeds go back into our ministry to support our men, women, and children. We accept donations Monday through Saturday from 9 until 6. We thank you and God bless.
All the, you take precaution to try to protect your paperwork and try to, you keep it dry.
Mm-hmm.
And even in these protectors, it's wet. Everything is wet.
You can't do anything about this being out here.
It'd be a moral victory just to keep them out of the end zone.
It would be. I don't think I've ever seen the Pascagoula team be down 37 to nothing at half.
Ball comes out.
Ball's out. Scoop
like Pascagoula's got an opportunity. He's got a long way to go. He's got to turn it on. He's got some pursuit.
He's not going to catch him, Harold. He's not going to catch him. Touchdown, Pascagoula.
Look at there. Pascagoula needed that.
Pascagoula touchdown.
That's going to bring the first half to a conclusion as soon as we get the opportunity for this extra point. But we are not going to the locker room with 0.
I was just saying, Harold, I've never seen the Pascagoula team down 37 to nothing at the half, and we won't see it tonight.
No, we won't see it tonight.
If you keep playing, you never know what will happen. I know some of the fans may have been wondering, why is he taking a timeout with 18 seconds left in the half?
I believe that was that Jaden Webb with the touchdown?
It looked like Webb.
I think it was Webb. I couldn't tell if it was 2 or 3, but I believe it was Jaden Webb. Called.
Two-point conversion is good.
Conversion, good. And just a quarterback sneak up the middle. Silas Quarter just lowered his shoulder and followed that offensive line in. That'll bring the first half, well, got a little extracurricular activity out there. Don't need to lose any players on both sides of the ball. You know, you can't afford it. This is region play. So anyway, the first half comes to a conclusion. Pascagoula trailing 30-8. We'll be back with that third quarter kickoff, hopefully without the rain.
Mississippi, Alabama, Andy wins. Andy wins on two. Hut.
Touchdown! Yes!
Yeah. I may be a little bit slow on the gridiron these days, but I got you back in the courtroom. Go Panthers. All right. Be a little bit slow on the gridiron these days, but I got you back in the courtroom. Go Panthers. All right.
And we're back getting ready to kick off this second half of football. Pascagoula trailing 30-8. Webb on the return for Pascagoula. Going to be hit and hit. Well, he's still on his. Man, he was hit hard.
He was hit hard, but he almost broke that tackle.
So Pascagoula will be starting on the 20-yard line. Now the rain looks like, well, I'm not going to say anything because it might start back up. We've got to get us a tent that size right there.
Yes, we do.
How's that? Bring the ball to about the 33-yard line. DeFlanders was your ball carrier. Going to move the chains for Pascagoula.
That moves the change. That's going to be a Pascagoula first down, sponsored by Michael Fondren with Citron Attorneys at Law.
DeFlanders, your ball carrier too, but he's hitting the backfield wrapped up, and man, he had him. I thought he had him by the face mask, but regardless, he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It'd be like an 8-yard loss. Take it for just a second. I need to check, see if my glasses. Going to be offsides, Picayune. That'll back them up 5. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 13. Ball on the 30-yard line. Let's see here. Going to be offsides again. Picayune. That'll move them again another 5.
Looks like they're lining up in that neutral zone here.
Right.
We'll take it.
Absolutely. They can bring up 2nd and 7. Quarter dropping back. Looking downfield. Number 13 for Pascagoula, your intended receiver, going to be Darius Carter. It's like Carter didn't even really turn around.
It looked like they were trying to do a back shoulder pass, Harold, and Carter just kept running.
You know, the receivers and Carter don't seem like they're in sync tonight. So that'll be another 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 2, 3.
You know, Harold, Pascagoula needs to strike on this possession. Seems like Picayune's not coming out with the same intensity that they had at the beginning of the game.
Right.
They might think it's all sewed up.
Carter looking downfield, a lot of pressure in and out of the hands.
Yeah, we got to catch those, Harold. That would have been a first down.
I think it was DJ Nunnery was the intended receiver. That's going to bring up 4th and 2 or 3. You got to think Pascagoula is going to go for it, and Carter's in the backfield by himself. Maybe the hard count. Not even close. Been lucky if we got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I didn't understand that call, Harold.
Be a turnover on downs. Picayune again with great field position.
Got a Pascagoula player down on the field.
We'll take a break, be right back.
New York Pizza on Market Street in Pascagoula is a proud sponsor of the Panther live stream. They offer some delicious New York-style pizza, salad, wings, pasta dishes, and much, much more. Stop by or order online. Open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 9 p.m. New York Pizza is authentic, tasty pizza right here in Pascagoula.
Come see us at Aruka House Thrift Store, where all of our proceeds go back into our ministry to support our men, women, and children. We accept donations Monday through Saturday from 9 until 6. We thank you and God bless.
And we're back.
Turnover on downs. Harold Picayune comes up to the ball.
Ball on the 41-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 on the 41. Quick toss to number 4. He tried to cut it up, but not able to do so.
Yeah, it looked like he had room on the outside there. So
yeah, he cut it up when he should have maybe cut out, but it's amazing what we see up here sometimes that you're not going to see on the field.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Be brought down about the 37-yard line. Be short of the first down. Well short.
Smith with a 5-yard gain on the play. Tackle made by Sebastian Ford.
Man, I lost track of the ball marker. I actually thought that it was closer to a first down than that.
Looks like about 3rd and 5.
Looks downfield and he hits him.
That was a nice call, nice play design.
That'll move the chains for Picayune. Ball on the 19. Pick up a yard, maybe 2. You know, we were talking about that Clinton game earlier. What was the score of that game when it was over with? I remember it being really close.
It was 6-13.
6-13. And it was late, wasn't it late in the game when Pascagoula took the lead?
It was late in the game. They played us very well.
And it was, you know, everybody had the feeling at that time that whoever won that game was going to take state.
Yeah.
And as good as the Pascagoula team was, Clinton wasn't. They wasn't chumps. They played hard.
Well, it's hard when you're a passing team like we were.
Right. I was going to say that the weather helped them out tremendously.
Helped them out a lot. Yeah. And we had a sophomore that never played before. Caught a halfback pass from Jamie Otis. His name was Kez McCorvey. Who will go on later to be the all-time leading receiver in Florida State history and play for the Detroit Lions.
Wow. Tell you what, he's just up the middle. That'll move the chain, or actually that'll be a first down, and it will be 1st and goal. You know, you got to be thinking at this point, 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in this third quarter. You know, we want to get out of tonight with no injuries. You know, no injuries. You know, and you really don't want to see injuries on both sides. So. Going to tackle him, about to maybe put it on the 1 yard line.
I think if Picayune scores right now, Harold, I think you'll see them start subbing some of their players as we go into the fourth quarter.
Hey,
Pascagoula defense is not giving up.
They stuffed it about the 6-inch line. Again, handoff up the middle. This time he will get in. So we're going to be touchdown Picayune. It's up and good. So Picayune extends their lead 37-8. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left in this contest. Or actually this third quarter. Getting ahead of myself, Carlos. We'll take a break, be right back.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by New Wave Internal Medicine. The Pascagoula Panther live stream is proudly brought to you by Bozo's Grocery, Bozo's 2, and Bozo's 2.5. Come on down to Bozo's today.
And we're back. Deep back for Pascagoula, number 2, Jalen Webb. Number 10, Amari Jackson. I call him Action Jackson. Webb, the opportunity to return it. Blew it dead, so it'll come out to the 20. Actually, I'm not sure about that call, but
yeah, I'm not either.
It's a Gula call. I mean,
he was out of the end zone.
We have to appreciate it, but I'm not sure about that call. And you know, I guarantee you, if this game was close, that would have been disputed from the other side. Rightfully so, you know. Good job to concentrate on that ball. He's still on his feet across the 40. Going to be knocked out of bounds about the 35-yard line. You 100% got to credit number 13, Darius Carter.
What a catch. Get focused, get concentration, and that's going to be a Pascagoula first down, sponsored by Michael Fondren and Centron Attorneys. That was great concentration on that ball by Mr. Carter. Great concentration right there.
You know, they had Carter isolated the bottom of your screen, and you had to four receivers to the top. Campbell trying to get around the end. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Everybody sniffed that out.
Picayune's too fast side to side to run a play like that.
Yeah.
They're too fast. That defense is too fast sideline to sideline to run that type of play. The way you beat a defense like Picayune is to go run up the middle
tackle,
or over the top with a pass. Those ends and those linebackers move too well side to side.
It just seems like, looking at them tonight, they look like the complete package. But we've got a lot of growing to do still.
We do.
Intended receiver, Cameron DeFlanders. Remember a third and about 18, 16?
Yep, that's what it looks like. Got trips right. I would watch that defender across the field. He singled up with that receiver.
Nice catch.
Touchdown. Pascagoula.
Again, Darius Carter on the reception with the touchdown.
Bozo's 2 touchdowns.
Harold, it's good to see the offense come out and score like that after halftime.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, what was the conversation at halftime? I've said it 100 times through the broadcast, through the years. Coach Sims, tremendous halftime speeches, and more often than none, you'll see his teams come back after halftime and make a difference. You see the improvement that was made, the adjustments that are made. And it's blocked. So, Pascagoula.
I think that's the second block of the night, Harold. Is it?
Yep. Put 6 on the board. Still trailing Picayune 37-14. We're going to keep it here. Camera guy says we're going to keep it here. Let's hear a word from our sponsors if we got a minute.
We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. New Wave Internal Medicine, Fletcher Construction, Lot Law, Bozo's 2, Bozo's 2.5, Foster's Heating and Air, Kirk Harbin Construction, Aruka House Thrift Store, Michael Frondren with Citron Attorneys, Pascagoula Athletic Foundation, and Charles Busby for Transportation Commissioner. Thank you all for your sponsorship. And if you're looking to sponsor, please go to our website or go to our Facebook page and reach out to us at Gulf Coast Sports Media. We're looking for sponsors. There's still opportunities available. Pascagoula about to kick off now to Picayune. It's a deep kick. Taken by Picayune. He's at the 20. And taken down at the 25-yard line of Picayune. That's where the offense for Picayune was set up at.
Kickoff held by Robert Williams. Advanced to the 26-yard line. First down, Picayune.
Just straight up the middle. He'll pick up about 4 yards.
That's number 4, Darrell Smith. He's having a busy night tonight.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing the running backs that they have and then the ones they've gotten waiting.
They've always produced running backs and offensive linemen. From our day, it was Demetrius Hall.
What about Sellers? You remember a running back by the name of Sellers? I cannot remember his first name.
I do remember him. He was also a heck of a back for Picayune.
Nice play by Pascagoula. If I remember correctly, was it Chris Clemens that tackled him, fell on him, and I think it dislocated his hip?
Yes.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, but he was special.
But what happened, when that happened, that gave an opportunity to Demetrius Hall, who would later become an All-American at Picayune.
Yeah.
So they have a tradition of running backs and a quarterback who is unselfish. They've always had quarterbacks from Bob Bounds to this current quarterback they have right now that's always unselfish and about team first.
Right, and look, how many times do you see a almost intercepted, the intended receiver was number 11. Good play.
Number 11 is Jamonta Waller, who's the 5-star defensive end.
Yeah.
Going out catching passes. What an athlete. What an athlete.
But we were talking about the quarterbacks. How many times do you see quarterbacks, after they hand the ball off, turn into blockers? You know, you don't see that all the time.
Not too often anymore.
But it's always been with Picayune.
Always. It's always been about team.
Get away from the ball. Ball's going to be down to about the 39-yard line. So Pascagoula will take over. Minute, 22 seconds left in this third quarter. Amari Jackson in the backfield with Quarter. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Handoff up the middle. Amari Jackson with the ball. Going to bring the ball to about the 43-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards.
Amari Jackson with a
Actually 4 yards.
Second down.
In and little high.
Yeah, just out of reach.
Carter able to get a hand on the ball, not able to bring it in. I missed something. Flag on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Pascagoula.
I don't know what happened, but I keep hearing people from the Picayune side saying get him off the field. So something must have happened.
If they didn't take the where Quarter slid in and they hit him that way, I don't see what this could have been to take him off the field.
I agree. The bubble screen didn't go anywhere. There's a player down for Pascagoula.
Go back and look at this replay if you get the opportunity. Look at the 77 come in after the whistle. Pay attention to that. And where I'm going with this is this game's starting to get chippy.
Well, there's
Busby for Transportation Commissioner. A good game plan requires the right play caller. Vote Busby, November 7th for Mississippi's Southern District Transportation Commissioner.
Fletcher Construction Company has established itself as one of the leading commercial and industrial contractors on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The superior quality of their construction has met and exceeded customers' expectations for decades. Having successfully completed projects ranging in size from thousands to millions of dollars, Fletcher has the experience to complete any size project on schedule and within budget. Fletcher Construction Company, 3311 Shortcut Road in Pascagoula, a proud sponsor of Panther football on WGUD.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
And we're back. Tank Bishop punting for Pascagoula.
Oh.
And it's blocked.
And it's touchdown.
Score Pascagoula. I'm sorry, score Picayune. That's going to bring the third quarter to an end. We'll be back, Panther fans, with that fourth quarter right after this.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Lot Law. Visit mattlotlaw.com.
And we're back. Picayune attempting the extra point. It's up. And good. They extend their lead 44-14. We'll keep it here. You know, I was thinking about a better game. I want to go all the way back again to that 1987 Panther team. Picayune came to War Memorial Stadium. I think they were number 1 in the state, and they had won the state championship the year before. So they definitely was the favorite coming in.
Number 1 in the state and number 23 in the nation by USA Today at that time, and we had them for our homecoming game. You usually pick an easy game for your homecoming, but
not
we
that
had,
year.
Yeah, we had the number 1 team in the state for our homecoming that year.
Well, what I can tell you, because again, you know, I had graduated, I was in the stands. There were a lot of people here.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
I think it was estimated between 13,000 to 14,000 people were at War Memorial Stadium that night.
And you know, War Memorial Stadium used to be a little different. Where the track was, the fence borderline the track. So in other words, it went around, you know, sort of around the track, and there was a divider fence, you know, at the ticket box to keep fans on their side of the field. And they were standing 4 and 5 deep on both sides all the way around, and it was packed.
Yeah, they had to bring in extra bleachers for that game to handle that crowd.
And it was the band too. The bands were in those extra bleachers. Am I correct?
That's correct. And what comes to my mind, Harold, that was the first game that we went in halftime losing during that season. The first game we were actually down 7-0 at halftime.
Oh, it was, that first half was a barn burner. It really was. But it seemed like Pascagoula come out. They settled down in that second half and played their football. Shane started making some connections. You know, we started picking up, moving the chains. I'll let you finish with that.
Yeah, and that defense was just stingy. We ended up scoring 31 unanswered points. That defense led by Ricky Alexander, Keith Josephs, Alan King, Herman Barnett, Eric Wigley, Eddie Flora.
Dinky Harris.
Harris.
Yeah. DeFlanders stood on his feet. Going to be brought down about the 45-yard line.
And that's going to be a Pascagoula first down, sponsored by Michael Flandrin with Centron Attorneys at Law. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a good night. That cemented us as a team to be reckoned with for the remainder of that year.
I believe that was the all-time largest crowd to play or to attend the game here at. Did they?
Oh, they're saying there was a fumble.
No, they said fumble. Oh my gosh. But regardless, that was one of the biggest games to ever be played here as far as attendance-wise.
Yeah, it was a college atmosphere. It was something that you'll, I played in front of 50, 60,000 people in college, but that night here in Pascagoula at War Memorial Stadium at Dutch Binion Field was something that I always remember.
I like the way you said that.
Well, that's what it's called.
Would you repeat it one more time?
War Memorial Stadium, Dutch Binion Field.
There we go. $10 minutes, 29 seconds left in this this game. Pascagoula trailing 44-14. Picayune. Wallen with the reception.
He's a 6'2", 230-pound tight end running a drag route across the middle.
Tell you what,
Great shot.
Good defensive play. He shot out of that backfield.
Rushed by Picayune, good for 2 yards, brings up 2nd down and 8.
Great defense by that Pascagoula front line. Darrell Smith on that carry for Picayune.
Jared Loper. And number 97, Sebastian Bonds on the tackle for Pascagoula.
Harold, what's interesting to me right now is the Picayune starters are still in and they're still playing hard.
Yeah, we said that before the game, though, that they've played 4 quarters of football. There's no stop in them. If they could beat Pascagoula 80-14, they would do it. Flags on the play.
Like face mask, I think, personal foul against Pascagoula.
That's why you make the big bucks right there. It's those eagle eyes you got. Dive up the middle and just not able to bring him down. Going to be touchdown Picayune.
You know what, Harold? In today's football world, in today's high school football, college football, pro football, how often do you feel fullback now?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't. So, Picayune at this point at 50 points. Pascagoula 14. Still going to attempt the extra point. And it's good. Picayune 51, Pascagoula 14. Take a break, be right back.
Busby for Transportation Commissioner. A good game plan requires the right play caller. Vote Busby, November 7th for Mississippi's Southern District Transportation Commissioner.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors.
we're back. Pascagoula, we were just commenting off air, doesn't look like tonight the team that we've seen throughout the last 5 games, and which doesn't matter because this is region play. This is when it counts. So a lot of work for Pascagoula to get ready for Long Beach next week. Bring the ball to about the 35-yard line. It's going to be Amari Jackson on the return.
35-yard line. First down, Pascagoula.
You know, and I know the weather contributed to a lot of the, we had a bunch of turnovers tonight, but, both teams played in this. Both teams played, and Picayune didn't make those kind of mistakes. I don't know if it was Pascagoula pressing or what, but a lot of work to be done in the next week. Quarter looking downfield. The Flanders, or is that going to be Jackson? That's going to be Jackson with the reception.
And that's going to be a Pascagoula first down. Sponsored by Michael Fondren, the Citron Attorneys at Law.
Quarter under some pressure. Let's go with the ball. And if you're within a step of the quarterback, you're going to hit him. And that's exactly where the defender was, about a step away from the quarterback, and he hits him. But credit Quarter for standing in there. Another turnover for Pascagoula. Be tackled about the 20-yard line.
Sometime, Harold, in those tight windows, you got to zip that ball in there. You can't let it hang and touch pass on every play.
I agree. Tonight it does look like there's just no zip on the ball. 5 minutes, 9 seconds left in this game. Defense has got to keep them out of the end zone. It's a pride thing now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We can't, yeah.
Pascagoula calls timeout. We'll take it also. Be right back.
Mississippi, Alabama, Andy wins. Andy wins. On two. Hut.
Touchdown! Yes!
Yeah. I may be a little bit slow on the gridiron these days, but I got you back in the courtroom. Go Panthers. All right.
We're back. 4 minutes, 48 seconds left in the game. You've just passing through, and we're behind 51-14.
I think Picayune's changed quarterbacks, and they're starting to play some of their younger players right now here. Under center is Colt Peterson.
Tell you what, he run into a wall. Tonight we've said it multiple times. Trying to get out of this game without an injury, and at this point, that's the most important thing we can do. You can break the film down. You can pay attention. Go and look at the mistakes that were made and what we need to improve on. And what we saw tonight, there is a lot of improvement that's got to be made. But we saw some positive tonight too.
And that's what we have to build on for next week as we go into play Long Beach.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. Pascagoula is going to bring him down about the 47-yard line.
Harold, we got one of our old teammates listening. We want to say hello to Lance Thompson tonight. Lance, thank you for your support. We appreciate you. Lance is another Panther great. And you can't mention Lance Thompson without mentioning Randy Rutherford.
Loper almost blocked it.
Almost got it.
Wilson with the return.
First down, Pascagoula.
So 2 minutes, 12 seconds left in this game. The clock is still ticking. Let's not do anything to turn the ball over, you know.
Yeah, I think they've got a running clock going right now, and I think that's what the official's trying to let the Pascagoula coaches know.
Intended receiver, I believe that's Fryfocal, but it falls incomplete.
Falls incomplete.
Barnes, the intended receiver, falls short. Well, about 40 seconds left in this game, and the clock is ticking. So let's talk real quick. You're not going to be with me next week. We'll be in Long Beach. So I'll pick me up a partner. I've probably already talked to Chris Blythe, so he might be with me again next week. But you'll be back the week after, correct?
I will be back the week after.
All right. That's going to 14 seconds and the clock's ticking. I'm trying to get out of here a little sooner, huh? This one's going to end. Pascagoula dropping the first region game to Picayune 51-14. Next week we travel to Long Beach. Hey guys, a lot of work to do, a lot of preparation. We'll see you next week in Long Beach.
Take care.